That way, the whole world is overwhelmed with beta males, like, don't have a drop of testosterone in them because nobody taught them how to be a man.
And this guy, he jumps up, he goes, "You guys are effing crazy. I'm getting out of here."
I feel like that social media could be like the decline of hunting.
Some guys can rock it, some guys can't.
So what do you think? Am I rocking it?
Oh, yes.
The muzzle loaders are always fighting with the bow hunters. The bow hunters are always fighting with crossbow people. The long range shooters and the 30-06 people, they're always butting heads.
It was the most funny thing ever. And I'm just like, dude, how do I respond to this? Like, I didn't know what to say, so I just, like, didn't answer.
Stop sexually harassing Hannah Barron.
I seen a picture with you and Uncle Ted Nugent. Do you actually know him in real life, or was that you just bump in?
Hey guys, it's Caitlin Moss,
This is Mia Anstein.
This is Griffin with Backwoods Bow Hunting.
Hey, this is Steve.
and you are now tuned in to Live on Reloaded.
Live on Reloaded.
Live and Reloaded.
Live on Reloaded.
Now, I've always been curious with female hunters. I don't know if you have a boyfriend or not, and I'm not trying to get too personal, but
The anti-hunters are approaching it is they're taking it to the ballots, to the non-hunters. They're the ones whose vote is going to matter.
Contract, but I'm going to expose this show for exactly what it fucking is, because that's what I do.
man, how many bullet holes y'all put in that thing? I'm willing to bet you get a lot of crushing going on with the guys. But do you recall anything in particular, weird, funny, or creepy messages that you get that you'd like to share with us, maybe? Are you a pistol on the nightstand or a shotgun by the door kind of girl?
Yes.
Both?
That way, the whole world is overwhelmed with beta males, like, don't have a drop of testosterone in them because nobody taught them how to be a man.
And this guy, he jumps up, he goes, "You guys are effing crazy. I'm getting out of here."
I feel like that social media could be like the decline of hunting.
Some guys can rock it, some guys can't.
So what do you think? Am I rocking it?
Oh, yes.
The muzzle loaders are always fighting with the bow hunters. The bow hunters are always fighting with crossbow people. The long range shooters and the 30-06 people, they're always butting heads.
It was the most funny thing ever. And I'm just like, dude, how do I respond to this? Like, I didn't know what to say, so I just, like, didn't answer.
Stop sexually harassing Hannah Barron.
I seen a picture with you and Uncle Ted Nugent. Do you actually know him in real life, or was that you just bump in?
Hey guys, it's Caitlin Moss,
This is Mia Anstein.
This is Griffin with Backwoods Bow Hunting.
Hey, this is Steve.
and you are now tuned in to Live on Reloaded.
Live on Reloaded.
Live and Reloaded.
Live on Reloaded.
Now, I've always been curious with female hunters. I don't know if you have a boyfriend or not, and I'm not trying to get too personal, but
The anti-hunters are approaching it is they're taking it to the ballots, to the non-hunters. They're the ones
Yeah.
whose vote is going to matter.
Contract, but I'm going to expose this show for exactly what it fucking is because that's what I do.
man, how many bullet holes y'all put in that thing? I'm willing to bet you get a lot of crushing going on with the guys. But do you recall anything in particular, weird, funny, or creepy messages that you get that you'd like to share with us, maybe? Are you a pistol on the nightstand or a shotgun by the door kind of girl?
Yes.
Both?
So, why the whole world is overwhelmed with beta males like don't have a drop of testosterone in them because nobody taught them how to be a man.
And this guy, he jumps up, he goes, "You guys are effing crazy. I'm getting out of here."
I feel like that social media could be like the decline of hunting.
Some guys can rock it, some guys can't.
So what do you think? Am I rocking it?
Oh, yes.
The muzzle loaders are always fighting with the bow hunters. The bow hunters are always fighting with crossbow people. The long range shooters and the 30-06 people. They're always butting heads.
It was the most funny thing ever. And I'm just like, dude, how do I respond to this? Like, I didn't know what to say, so I just like didn't answer.
Stop sexually harassing Hannah Barron.
I seen a picture with you and Uncle Ted Nugent. Do you actually know him in real life, or was that you just bump in? Man, I'm telling y'all, the future is so bright. I got to wear my shades today. Just kidding. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back for season 2 of Live on Reloaded. If you're new here, I'm Josh, aka Cornbread from StrungOutdoors. This is my partner in crime, Chris from YankUrCrank. We got a lot going on today, so y'all stick around because we'll be doing a giveaway, revealing a mystery guest who will also be a new member of the show. And we'll be going over guidelines for our new community leaderboard. And Chris even has a crazy Bigfoot encounter to share with y'all. All that and more coming up, so y'all stick around because it's going to be a great show. But first, I want to get y'all caught up on all the changes. As y'all know, we've taken some time to completely revamp the show, and y'all wanted more audience interaction, so we're going to give it to you. Go ahead, Chris.
Audio, man. I don't know what's going on. I got no audio.
You're kidding me.
I'm so sorry, guys. I have no audio. I don't know what's going on right now. I'm checking it out. 1 second. I'm going to see what's going on because I
can take my shades off. It ain't bright no more.
sorry about that, guys. Okay, now I got audio. All right, so that's right. We are going to be doing several different things on the show this year, and I'm excited about it. So the first of these segments, we're going to be doing that's right, guys. You guys asked for more audience participation, and we're giving it to you. We are going to do the first segment, which is called Live from the Field, where our co-host, Nikki, who you will meet pretty soon, she is going to be going live on location, asking different questions to tournaments, stores, etc. She's going to be asking questions, as well as we also have another segment coming up called Dare Days. Now, guys, I'm really excited about Dare Days because Dare Days is one of those things where you, the audience, the participant, get to basically ask the questions of me and Josh. We're going to go out in different times, and we're going to go live in the field, and you guys get to pick the questions that we ask. It's exactly what it says it is. It's Dare Days, so think about the craziest question you can ask, and we have to get out there and ask. As well as we have the wheel and the giveaways. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and let Josh tell you a little bit more about that.
Appreciate it, Chris. Y'all bear with me because it's a lot, I know. All right, so we'll be doing two types of giveaways. One we'll be doing live right here in the streams, and yes, we'll be doing one today. But they'll work in the live stream as well as. Oh, my bad. We'll be doing games and trivia and stuff like that. Now, the only catch is y'all have to come up on panel. Why? Because we don't want y'all sitting in the chat room Googling all the answers. Plus, it'll be funner, and it allows us to interact with y'all. And yes, the mods can participate. Now, what we'll do is ask everyone who's interested in playing is to pick a number 1 through 50, and we're going to spin a wheel, and the person who gets the closest to that number is going to get to come up and play trivia for a chance to win a prize. The second way is going to be a completely different way, and it's going to be run by what we call a loyalty point system. And those points can be earned in a number of different ways. The rewards are going to be much higher. For example, in-game giveaways will be valued at $30 and below, while loyalty rewards will be valued at $30 and above. We got some pretty cool prizes like rifle scopes, 20-inch LED light bars, tactical gear, gift cards, and stuff like that. So how do you get loyalty points? Be active, participate, get involved, and share. New subscribers to our YouTube and Instagram, 5 points. Tag a friend on one of our posts. So, for example, if we're promoting like we was promoting this show today, go in there and tag a friend. You get 10 points. For every friend that you send to us, if you have a friend that says you sent them, every new recommended friend, it'll be 15 points. Now, if you're caught cheating with like fake profiles and acting like you sent somebody that's really you, your points will be wiped and you'll be excluded from the giveaway. You know, be present. 20 points just for showing up here. Now, Nightbot has something that keeps track of who's the most active in chat rooms and the times they spend in there. So that's going to help us weigh all these options out. Now, panel participation, we want y'all to come up every once in a while. We're going to have guests up where y'all can come up and talk to the guests and ask y'all's own questions and stuff like that. That's worth another 25 points. Now, say that you win on the trivia and you want to trade your gift that you won or your reward toward 50 points on the leaderboard. You can do that too. Now, leaderboard we will be updating every week. I will be updating it, and this is what it looks like. So the winner, the current leader, will be up here in first place. And at the end of the month, maybe we'll do it monthly or bi-monthly. We'll be doing these bigger giveaways for whoever's leading at the time that we do it. We will announce it the week before that we actually do it so everybody knows what they need to do to get on it. So you'll have your picture up here where the question mark is instead of the question mark being there, of course. And the second and third place will also be up here. And with that, I guess that's about all the news and updates we have going on. I hope that y'all will participate. We got a lot of big plans for the future. Also, we're going to be introducing Nikki here in a little while. Y'all get to know her. We're going to bring her up as a guest. That way she can kind of get a feel for it. And this allows y'all to get to know her, a little bit of background about her also.
So, Josh, I've got a newsworthy moment for you. I've got to tell you something. So there's a story I read recently, and I've got to tell you guys about it. It's definitely newsworthy for sure. But 57-year-old Colorado man claims he's out hunting. He's going to go out hunting in the woods. As he's walking along hunting in the woods, this big giant gorilla thing jumps down, right, smacks him in the face twice, just wham, wham, hits him twice. Guy says, I don't know how he knows it because the guy basically gets knocked out. He says he gets knocked out. Now, this is where the story gets even weirder. Guy gets knocked to the ground flat. He wakes up, realizes he's on his stomach or on his back. I don't know which, but he wakes up and Bigfoot has his pants ripped off and his underwear ripped. So this guy doesn't know what to do.
This sounds like a homosexual. It sounds like a gay man out there dressed up like Bigfoot. The gay Bigfoot.
So that's exactly what I'm thinking. So anyway, so this guy literally turns around, says he shoots it. But here's where the story gets strange, because I know if there's some Bigfoot love like Bound Chicka Wow Wow going down in the woods, I am not telling a soul ever. I'm definitely not. But this guy, he decides to go to his local police department. He shows. Can you imagine? Can you imagine this? So this guy shows up and he's like, "Hey, I got basically sexually assaulted by Bigfoot."
Could y'all imagine this guy walking to the police department trying to tell this story? Ain't nobody going to, he's going to be like, "Hold on, let me go get my sergeant. Can you tell me that story again?"
I mean, really, like, can you imagine, like, they're just coming in droves, like, "Wait, what happened to you, sir?" So anyways, that's not where the story, because when the, I guess the police don't believe the man, of course, and who would, but they don't believe him. So now he reaches out to a news media outlet. When the news media outlet actually checks into the story, they call the local police department. Local police department says, "No way, it wasn't a Bigfoot. It was just a big hairy man." Big hairy. These are the local flyers.
I was Bigfoot's love slave, outraged wife. He's a changed man. All right, y'all. Whether that's fact or fiction is still up for debate. We're going to get into some fishing facts of the day. Let me get this all put up over here for y'all. All right, fact number one, bass need to consume 10 pounds of forage to gain 1 pound of body weight. So if a bass eats 1,000 1-inch bluegill, it will only grow by 1 pound, which in the bass community, 1 pound is always good, right? Fact number two, largemouth bass swim at 2.5 times their body length per second. That means a 15-inch bass can outswim any lure that you throw at them.
That's crazy. That's one I didn't know, and that was crazy.
Yeah, a lot of people's worrying about burning them lures and outrunning. You can't outrun them, man.
It's a race. That's why Kevin Van Dam does so well. It's that race, you know, that bass burning them lures.
All right, so y'all, we are going to transition into trivia time.
Trivia time.
Anybody who's interested in playing, what we're going to do is we're going to spin this wheel up here. Y'all pick a number 1 through 50. When I start seeing them in the chat room, we'll start. Then we'll wait for y'all to get the numbers out in the chat room. Then we'll spin the wheel. And the trivia is not nothing hard. Most of it's common knowledge. Most of y'all know about bass, and it'll be fun. Y'all got a chance to win a prize. Come on up, everybody.
Gotta start hitting those numbers in the chat. I'm looking.
Hey, y'all, everybody that's familiar with Grant, y'all know he's always winning. He's always winning. So I'm going to be disappointed if this guy comes up here and he wins this. He gets up on the leaderboard. I can see it happening now. We got right. Grant McIntosh, 41, Bruce Napier, 17, Janet, 3. Come on, y'all. Come on.
Keep hitting those numbers, guys.
You in there.
Jimmy C's at 50. The fishing trucker is at 12.
All right. Come on.
Now, guys, you don't want to miss this. This is going to be good prizes, I'm telling you. Joshua Fox is at 15. Come on, guys, type those numbers in. Type them in. We're going to give away some good stuff. You don't want to miss this.
I'm going to give y'all about 30 more seconds for the people that's on delay, because I know y'all see it different than what we do. Y'all are actually hearing everything about 5 to 10 seconds later, sometimes even more.
We got Backroads Freedom in at 6.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, we're going to spin the wheel. Whoever's closest will get to come up here and play the trivia game. You'll have to come up on panel. That's the catch. I explained that earlier. Now, if we have a two-way tie, say the numbers, you pick 40 or it lands on 45 and you pick 46 and he picked 47, we'll have a spin off between y'all two. That way we can balance it out. We need our moderator in here getting these numbers for us.
24. 24.
So who do we got up here that is closest to 24?
Closest to 24 is going to be Bruce Napier, I believe, 17.
All right, Bruce, you ready to come up on panel? Oh, let me hold up a second. Let me go back into here. And we have to drop him a link. Let me give him the link to drop in the chat room.
All right, Bruce, we're going to hope you got good trivia skills because this is going to be fun. Sure. He said, Bruce said, sure. So we're sending you a link right now, Bruce.
I think he was saying sure too. Yeah, he's coming up on panel. And after this, y'all, we're going to bring Miss Nikki up. Bruce, thanks for playing along. Congratulations for winning.
No problem, bud.
All right, so let me get this pulled up. Y'all, I'm running on 2 different monitors now, so I got a lot more going on than what I used to have. That is not the one that we want. All right. Bass are intelligent enough to adapt to lures and resist them in the future. True or false?
Yes, they can learn.
Correct. A bass will eat anything as big as its stomach, its length, its width, or its mouth.
Its mouth. Nice.
Larry Rapala made his first lure out of wood, animal hair, cork, or plastic.
Wood.
Cork.
Cork.
Oh, I forgot to mention, you're allowed to miss. You are allowed to miss 2. So you miss 1 more. The male largemouth bass will guard the eggs after the female lays them. True or false?
Well, I know they guard them, but I don't know whether it's male or female, but I'll say true.
Got it.
Nice.
Water lures are usually most effective during pre-spawn, spawn, or post-spawn.
I'm going to go pre-spawn.
1 more, Bruce.
Oh, well, I was guessing.
You're all right. The bass's lateral line is used to find mates, detect prey, warn other fish, or mate.
Detect prey. Nice.
The best time to use a topwater lure is a bright sunny day around 80 degrees, a rainy day around 60 degrees, a cloudy day around 80 degrees, or a cloudy day around 60 degrees.
Cloudy day around 80 degrees, and that's a guess.
Close, but it's not going to give it to you. It's a cloudy day around 60 degrees.
Cold weather drop. Oh, well, that was fun.
Good try. Let me get this off here.
Thank you for coming up. That's awesome. Oh, no problem.
Yes, thank you for coming up. Who was the second person closest to that?
All right, second person was going to be at 15, and I believe that was Josh Fox.
Josh Fox, I am going to allow you to come up and finish these questions off. We're on question 8 of 11. If you can finish it off, we'll let you have the prize.
So Josh Fox, if you're still in there, man, come on up. I don't know if he's still in the room. Yeah, Bruce did good. He got a lot. He got a lot of the answers.
Poor old Nikki been sitting in the basement. You should have waited about 10 minutes to send her the invite.
Well, she asked me for the invite, so I went ahead and sent it so she could hang out. And
Josh said, laugh out loud. Go ahead and let the next one get it. I'm kind of busy at the moment. All right. So who was next?
all right. So if we're going off that, it would have been,
We had
man, I don't know,
17.
a 12 or, yeah, 12, 15, 12. And then Grant would be fourth with 41, closest to 24. So it would have
So we
been
got
the fishing
fishing
trucker.
Do you want to come up, fishing trucker? Do. We need some
I can sing it, but I suck at singing. So there we go.
All right, you want to bring Grant up? Come on. Is he the next one? You said he was fourth?
No, here you go. He said, "No, grab the next one." So fishing trucker said, "Grab the next one." Let's go up. Come on up, Grant. Yeah, he's fourth. He's gonna be the closest one. Well, I say that 24. Yeah, 41. Yeah, he's gonna be the closest because everybody else was down in single digits.
Grant might get lucky even when he ain't lucky.
Please wins. Come on up, Grant.
Grant, is you coming?
Janet says, "Get it, honey." I've never fished for largemouth bass. Well, you did really exceptional, Bruce, for not fishing for large. Yeah, he said he's getting on his phone. He's coming. Isn't that crazy, though? Some dude really claimed that he was, like, accosted by a Bigfoot.
Yeah, I wouldn't tell nobody.
I know, my lips would have been sealed.
All right, we got Grant McIntosh. What's going on?
What is going on, Grant?
Let me turn this game show music down.
I wasn't
All
prepared.
right, you ready to finish it off? Let me flip it over. All right, which two fishing lines have more buoyancy? Can you see on your phone?
Say mono and fluoro.
You're gonna be wrong. Braden mono.
Braid mono. Well,
The average lifespan of the largemouth bass is 2 to 4, 5 to 7, 8 to 10, or 10 to 16 years.
man, I'm gonna say 8 to 10.
Come on, Grant.
10 to 6.
Man,
Yeah, they actually
I'm not
live longer up north.
Not bad fish. Bass fisherman. And
I know. I'm gonna let you finish this out though. The largemouth bass scientific name is, I can't even pronounce these. My
go
crop.
with the one in the middle.
the one in the
The
middle.
one in the middle.
I know that's a smallmouth.
Oh,
Typically male largemouth bass are larger than female. True or false?
false.
You got one at least. All right, Grant, thanks for coming up, man. I thought you was going to get lucky because that's the way it works out for you. The luck was not with you today, buddy. I appreciate you for playing.
Up on the first show, season 2. What you talking about?
Thanks, Grant. Thanks for coming out, man.
We'll see you again.
See you guys.
All right, y'all. Are we ready to bring Miss Nikki up?
I think we
Oh,
are.
no. We wanted to do a shot of the day, y'all. And this is just going to be something that we do. It might be y'all. We might bring y'all up here one day for the shot of the day, or it might be your brother. I mean, it could be anybody. But today I'm specifically going to do Hannah Barron because I really like this picture that she had posted on not Facebook, but Instagram. And if you'll pay attention, you'll know what she's talking about. This quote up here in the quote is anti-hunters directing stuff at her. It says, "You'll never eat all of that meat. You kill so much, you'll never be able to use it all. Such a waste." She said, "I've heard it all. Now that the corona scare has led to a shortage of meat, along with everything else in stores across the nation, I'm so proud to say that my family, friends, and neighbors have a hefty freezer full of pork, deer, and fish to keep them full over the weeks to come. It's times like these when we learn to appreciate simple things while we practice our social distancing. We'll be hunting turkeys and keeping the hog traps rolling here in the South. Y'all stay safe." Gotta love that. Gotta love that.
Yeah, that's great. That's absolutely great. Hey guys, and we're planning on featuring more channels. Like for the shot of the day, we may do different things like video of the day, things of that nature coming up in the show. So you guys definitely want to check that out. Now, this is my choice. It's basically this guy. If you do anything on Instagram, as far as pictures, he is on point. Everything matches. If you notice, his color grading stays the same throughout his scheme. He has some really sick fishing pictures, just all around, and definitely why I chose this guy. I think all around this guy, James Blackmore, he is just phenomenal. Like, and it's got that Southern California feel to it. I think a lot of it, and it's pretty cool. But if you go through, check them out. Go over there, guys. Go to Hannah Barron. Go to Blackmore and check them out. And basically, leave comments. Say, hey, the guys at Live and Reloaded sent us or whatever. Go check them out. Put that in the comment section. That way
with love at Live on Reloaded.
Yeah, with love. That's right.
Now I know there's going to be a lot of y'all out there that's going to be worried about the coronavirus. I just want to say don't, because it was made in China.
Yeah, never works good, right?
Even Mexico don't want to be affiliated with China right now. In fact, they are so ashamed that they changed their name to Ebola. But no, seriously, can y'all imagine if this is still going on this summer? People will literally be jumping in their community pools in protective suits. Summer 2020 gonna be lit, baby.
2020.
All right, y'all. Our next guest is a nurse by night and the FLW Toyota Series angler by day. She already got a top 10 finish on her belt, and she's also going to be a new co-host here on Live and Reloaded. As y'all know, Chris and I have been conducting interviews over the past couple of months in search of a female co-host to kind of, help diversify the show a little bit. And once we interviewed her, we knew she was the one that we wanted. Now, she might be a little bit nervous her first time coming up, so y'all take it easy on her. But y'all please give a warm welcome to Nikki Jo Hatten. Nikki, welcome to the show.
Nothing much.
Let me get this game show music out of here. Y'all, I thought it was going to be easier for me. It's actually harder for me.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, Nikki, you sound great. You sound good.
Sweet.
Well, I can hear you.
Fancy mic now.
Yeah, I know. That's nice. That's nice.
Showing dedication, went out and got you some new stuff just to get on this show and hang out with us.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to start the interviewing process. We kind of got our notes mixed up. Chris is going to start out, so we'll try not to ask you the same question twice.
Yeah, we'll try. I'm not promising anything. No. So First question I have for you, Nikki, is of all the influences you had related, all of us had influences related to like growing up hunting and fishing. What are some and why? Like, why are they?
I got a couple of them. I mean, I kind of grew up around it. I grew up with my grandma, and we had a little fish pond behind our house that I got to go down there with her quite a good bit, and that's kind of where it started. And my papa was big on brim fishing and stuff, and my dad's obsessive with it. So then I got with Clayton, and we started doing this bass tournament stuff, and it's just kind of gone from there. I just can't think of a time that I wasn't around it. Like, you know, that's like my comfort, my security blanket is having a rod and reel in my hand, I reckon.
Awesome. Now, you originally told us you were from Florida, and you're in Alabama now, correct? What brought about the transition from there to Alabama?
We had started fishing FLW tournaments and driving like 5 or 6 hours to go practice for a tournament is ridiculous. So I just kind of jokingly mentioned moving to Alabama, and then like a month later, bought this house in Alabama. But I'm right in the middle of the lakes. I'm 15 minutes from Mitchell. I'm 20 minutes from Lay, and I'm like 30 minutes from Jordan. So Coosa River's right here. And I don't know if y'all saw my little post today or not, but I might have caught some hogs today. It was nice.
You did. You caught some nice ones. I saw.
My poor little thumb, you know.
You got the sandpaper.
It was a good time. It was a good time.
Now you're fishing at a higher level than most, or than most people. For the most, you've told us one of your ultimate goals is to be the first female in the MLF, and my question to you is like, what inspires you to go after that goal, and how do you plan on achieving that?
Step by step. FLW's got a really good ladder system. Like, you start out with BFLs or even college level and go to BFLs and Toyotas, then you qualify and move up from there to the pro circuit, and then if pro circuit qualifies you, go up to MLF. There's no mental handicap or physical handicap on me that says I can't do it. And I mean, there's not a female that I can think of in FLW that fishes on the pro circuit, or even in the Toyotas for that matter, that does decent. So why not?
Why not?
Nice.
Let's see here. So I know fishing tournaments can be really tough. I want to talk to you about a hot button issue with a lot of anglers today, and a lot of people are probably really curious about it. When you are a fishing tournament and you have to do number 1 or number 2, do you hang it off the side, or you just pull up on a bank somewhere and head out to the woods?
Neither one. I get into straight up bear hibernation mode. I don't go. I do not go. I have fished a lot.
You're turtling down.
And my blind will be extended to the point where I look pregnant. I don't care. Nope, not doing it. I fished a lot of tournaments. Nope. I have shy bladder too. I'm not about to.
We have a Michelle Thomason in the chat room. I don't know if you can see it. She's saying, "Hey, Nikki Jo."
Who is it?
Michelle Thomason.
Tell her I said what's up.
Michelle Thomason.
She can hear you. What's up,
Well,
Michelle?
what's up, Michelle Thomason?
What is up, Michelle Thomason? So my next question for you is, what is your stance on anti-fishing or anti-hunting, and what would you say to fish have feelings too? Anti is like they come up with, like fish are food, friends, not food.
I mean, I like to eat fish. I like to catch fish. Those poor little people. I mean, if you want to eat tofu cut in the shape of fish sticks, that's cool. I just not a fan of it.
Would you backhand them with a bass, or would you just go on?
I have fish slapped somebody before. It wasn't but a couple of days ago. So don't tempt me. I've also hit somebody with an Alabama rig who's sitting in the other room right now.
That's not good.
Oh man, I hit him with the face too. It's terrible.
So we all know you fish, but do you hunt too?
I do, but not on the same extent. I'm a noob at hunting. I enjoy it though. Like, I got deer fever and all that good stuff first time I killed one, and I'm a big fan of turkey hunting, even though I've never killed a turkey. Like the idea of it gets me. Like I practice the noises and the bladder and the wood call, whatever. I went a lot last year and almost killed one. Almost. So
Almost don't count though, does it?
no, not
No.
Michelle said she'll pee off the side of the boat. She ain't got no problem with
let
it.
them have it. Let them have it. Middle of the tournament when you're surrounded by boats. You can just wave at the next guy next to you.
I'll just get you a funnel and a Gatorade bottle, you know.
I need one of those. Have you seen those things? It's like a urinal, but for women. Like you put it in, you just turn around.
That's not even
Guy who
right.
I'm with
Like, I
me,
saw
like,
that.
oh my God, I got him.
They needed
That's
that
like
for
the
the
ones they
astronaut.
make for hockey.
Remember when the astronaut woman went crazy and she put a diaper on and she drove halfway across America to go? I guess y'all didn't hear about that. Yeah, she needed one.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember
Yeah,
that.
that's not right.
That's
That's
a good
not right.
advertisement for like Huggies or something. Like Huggies, fit for all. Like,
So what? I've got a question for you. Can beat you fishing? Now I know two of them are sitting on panel, but like, so essentially, who's the one person that can beat you fishing?
you think two of them are sitting on the table? Let's take away the shiners. How that goes.
Night crawlers all day long.
I'm gonna get out here with my cricket and just.
Shannon said those things suck. You end up peeing down your leg, so she's already caught them. You got to get some suction, Shannon.
My 3 people that can outfish me. So it depends on what kind of fishing. And I bet my daddy's watching right now. And I bet if I did not mention his name, the little phone would be ringing. So my daddy probably could. He could. And then Clayton he's pretty good about beating me, which is good motivation for me to beat him this year in the BFLs. And who else? I'm trying to think. There is this old man that fishes in my old bass club. His name is Big Fish Lee. That guy, he's on up there in age. There's like a chug bug and a shake head no matter where he goes. But he always shows up walking 2 miles an hour, carrying like a 6-pound largemouth everywhere. It doesn't matter.
That's why I am with a plastic worm, man.
Do what?
I'm sorry. I said that's the way I am with a plastic worm. I just stick a pack of worms in my pocket and I'm good to go.
I tell you another one that could more than likely beat me. My neighbor who lives across from me, his name's David Hagan, and he runs the fishing, or he works at the fishing hole down here in Clanton. And he leaves to go fishing at like 3:00 in the morning, and he's back by before lunch. He catches like a 20-pound bag every time he goes, and I'll go to the same boat ramp, same fishery, and I'll see him. He'll be like, "Yeah, I had 16 pounds by 9:00 this morning." I'm like, "Doing what? Doing what?" It's like 12 degrees outside, water dropped 4 feet, and you're out there catching 5-pounders. Like every single time with his little fat dog with him, every time.
Speaking of your daddy and fishing, what's your best childhood memory of fishing?
Oh man. I remember, going to the creek with my dad. We were like, I was a little bitty kid. It was Coldwater Creek and Juniper Creek. There was a little bitty bass that lived in that creek. There's this little pocket. My daddy would catch crawfish with his hands, little baby crawfish, and we would kind of use those to get him to come up, but we'd hand feed him. And I was like, oh man, that's a bass. Those are the ones that get really big. And I got really interested in them from then on. But I just remember hand feeding him little crawfish. And also fishing in that little fish pond at my grandma's house. That was a big deal to me. If I did good at the house and I helped her in the garden and I did my homework and all that, we got to go to Pop's Pond, is what we called it, was Pop's Pond. And the day I got to upgrade from a cane pole to a Zebco, I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And I hooked up on one of those, we called them lampreys, but it was a sucker fish we kept in the pond. I hooked up on one of those and it about dragged me off the bank. And I was just spazzing out, so excited because it was such a big fish. But I ended up like ankle deep in water, and my grandma screaming at me to throw it back or put it down or whatever. It was going to put me in the pond with snakes and stuff. But I remember being so excited about that, getting to go down to that little pond and try out new stuff I had watched on Bill Dance and
gotta love Bill Dance
and all that. Yeah, I watched all those when I was a little kid. Yeah, that was Pop's Pond and going to the creek with my dad. Those two.
All right, so I've got a question. I've got a question for you. What's one of your most embarrassing moments while out on either tournament or just in general?
Oh, I set the hook a lot. That's like not on fish. Like it's free, you know. So I don't know. The other day I was fishing a tournament on Martin, and I was hooked up. I was hooked up for a second before it slung the hook out of its mouth, but I was hooked up and it popped free, and it popped free out of the water, like probably about that high out of the water onto a stump. But I was still fighting it for like a good 10 seconds. Still fighting it. I looked over at Clayton and I was like, "Get in that!" And he was like, "It's not even in the water." And I was so I felt that for a while.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Good times. Or going to put my boat on the trailer at the boat ramp at Martin, and the wind getting a hold of me and pushing me completely away from my trailer and having to do a big donut and turn around and get it back on the trailer one more time. Because you're already getting watched. Everybody already stares at you because you're the only girl putting a boat on the trailer, and then you're like, "Do over. Hang on." You got this big loop come all the way back, ram into the side of your boat trailer. So that's.
What is your stance on fishing in a bikini? Or let me answer that, but also let me ask you about these model Instagram girls who are posing as fishers. You know that they're probably got somebody handing them something out of the live well, and they're over there, can't even hold it, don't know how to hold it.
I'm fishing. Yeah. As far as the Instagram girls that like to fish and stuff, I don't know. Whenever you hold a fish like that, or by the string and by the line instead of the fish itself, that's everything we need to know. But as far as me fishing in a bikini, like, you ever seen a can of biscuits? It's like a hot car for a while, then you pop it open. Like, me in a bikini while fishing, it's not good.
Dang.
So no Nikki Jo.
She just went there with you.
Like my baggy shirts, thank you.
All right. So what is it like for you being a female in the bass fishing tournaments, like the bigger, the higher up, male dominated? I mean, I'm not saying that it is now, but typically it always has been like a male dominated sport. So like, how is it for you being a female in it, and what are some of the trials and the different things that you've seen, and just like all around?
I get, do you need help a lot? They're like, "Do you need help? Are you okay? Are you waiting on people?" I'm like, "Nope, I'm just here. Thank you." And then I apologize to my co-angler a lot because I'm new and I have a smaller boat and everything. So I feel like they see me and they just know the day is going to either go really good or really bad. Because, if you draw the only girl, you're going to be like, "Oh, God."
I don't know. I believe in lady luck. So
Yeah. Do you feel like that too? Like they're like, because I know like in the South, and like even when I grew up, like one of the things for me was that like we were always taught manners, like to like, you hold the door open and you do stuff like that. Do you feel it's like that, or do you feel it's more, or it's more of a like, what are you doing here type thing?
It depends on what kind of fishing. If you're fishing some little wildcat that costs you $20 to enter down at the local ramp, it's probably going to be like, "Hey, girl, you need a ride." But if it's you're paying $1,200 for entry fee at a bigger event on FAW or whatever, then you're going to get a higher class of people. But I've fished with a lot of people over the years in tournaments and stuff, and I've only had like one, maybe two guys who crossed me the wrong way. And the last one that did it was at regionals for FLW. I don't know his name. All I know is that dude was from like Kentucky or something. Not the one I was paired with. He was cool. If he's watching, Patrick, you were cool. But it was some dude we ran into out there. I don't know, but he ran the boat right up on our boat. And he was like, "I'm going to sit here and stare at you all day while you fish." And I was like, "Hang on a second." So pulled out my little drop shot and caught a 2-pounder from underneath his boat because he was sitting on top of a rock pile that I was fishing. Rude, but that was the only guy. I mean, pretty much everybody's been pretty courteous. I had a guy who last time I fished at BFL or FLW tournament at Martin, went into the women's bathroom on accident. I hope he sees this. He walked in the women's bathroom on accident, and I was just putting my bibs on. I wasn't like changing clothes or anything. I just put my bibs on, and I don't think he realized I was the only female angler there. And he was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I was not trying to creep on you," and all this kind of stuff. He made a huge deal. So that doesn't count as being a douchebag. It was funny, but no, everybody's been nice.
So, who is your biggest fishing crush, or have you ever had one?
Fishing what?
Fishing crush? Like, have you ever had a crush on a fisher?
I don't think I've ever had a crush on them because I don't know if you've seen 91% of them.
Right.
But I respect a lot of them. Like, I have a super high respect for several in particular that I've kind of just followed over the years. Like John Cox, I like how he fishes. I follow how he fishes and how he got there and what he does. He prefers shallow. He prefers backwater. He takes an aluminum boat, which is one of the reasons I got an aluminum boats because I really was inspired by him and his way about things. Bed fishing, like I've just studied his stuff. So I feel like that would probably be like one of my highest influencers. But I mean,
no crushes.
Not in particular, and most of them are kind of like.
She's hating on the.
Shannon said, "Yank, you use the word like more than a valley girl."
That's probably true. That's probably true.
Who?
Absolutely true.
Who said that?
Shannon, she's a regular.
Like
her too.
And what's another one? Well, I'm sure you guys can pick out like a million of them, but yeah, but that's another one.
So don't say an awkward like you know?
Okay, so Nikki, I've got a question. Do you work with any niche for kids and fishing or anything like that? Are you associated, or do you do any like the jackpot tournaments for like, you know, like I don't know.
I fished probably a couple of years ago. I fished a charity tournament and stuff, but I've never done the kid thing. I don't know how that works. I would assume you gotta have like really good insurance or something to take a little kid with you fishing. Because I see them online. They'll be like, "Oh, we took this kid fishing for Make-A-Wish or whatever." What happens if that kid like off the boat or something while you're out there? I don't know. I'm sketchy about that.
To a park or something and make him sign waivers, I guess.
Let him fish.
Can't get his eye ripped.
Here, wear 2 life jackets and tie yourself right there. I don't know. I just.
What is your PB bass?
It was over 5. It was around 5 at Eufaula last year. First
I
time.
always forget how you pronounce that. Eufaula. I see it. I was like, it's a hard word to say if you don't know.
I love Eufaula. It's a lot of flipping and stuff over there. It was good. It was good.
It's funny, y'all have a lake named Eufaula, and we do too here. It's our lake here. Eufaula is our biggest lake in the state. It's 100,000 acres.
What state is that?
Oklahoma.
You sound like Oklahoma. Okay.
Yeah.
I think we have got all of our questions here. I told you it seems like a lot, but when you start going through them, it's not a lot. See any I didn't pick out of here that you want to ask?
Well, so one thing that I'd like to ask is like, I know you're associated with several different like sponsors and things like that. What are like for other anglers that maybe want to get sponsored, or they have something, you know, in the future that like, you know, that they want to build to that? What's a way about going about? How's your views and your things been with sponsors and that sort of thing?
I mean, social media is helpful. If you can get a good little following, they look at that. But you can't really replace results. if they look at your results and you've been fishing for 5 years and never come in better than 150th, they're gonna be like, oh, well, maybe you kind of suck. But I mean, if you do decent, like not even super good, just do decent, do steadily, consistently decent, and have a good social media following. Don't have a crappy attitude. Make it like a good representation of yourself for their company. They're pretty good about stuff. They usually start you out and doing the little pro staff thing, and then you kind of move up from there. But results kind of are the number one way to speak. Not that I can say a whole lot. I don't know if y'all saw that. I came in like 87th on Martin, but you know what I'm saying.
Michelle from the chat room wants to know, what is your favorite lake to fish?
I like Lay Lake a lot. It's got a lot of largemouth, a lot of spots, a lot of stumps you can flip and whatnot, and it's local. But Eufaula is fun. I don't know if y'all ever fished Eufaula down here. It's swampy on a lot of parts. You can go offshore. You got a lot of docks. You can do lily pads, duckweed. It has a wide variety of options. There are some awesome bass on there. So
Awesome.
I would prefer probably Eufaula, but for convenience, I'd pick Lay. I don't know. Today was the first time I had ever really fished Jordan, and I don't know. Did y'all see that place was pretty good, and maybe it was just today. I don't know, but it was fun. I had a good time, and I got to flip a lot. I like to flip a lot.
Are you seeing them out on bed down there? What's going on in your neck of the woods?
I caught some on bed today. Not all of them, but I caught a few on bed.
Might not need to tell anybody, huh? They might go out there and
They can go out there. It's warming up now, so I mean they're moving.
Yeah.
They're staging at least.
So what was your GPS location on that spot exactly?
I'm gonna go get you some night crawlers. I'll be there tomorrow.
He will. He'll be out there.
It take me a day and a half to get there, but
Bait the Hook wants to know, what's your favorite go-to summer lure?
Summer lure. Oh man, I don't know. Jigs and frogs are pretty good. If it's hot, I'm back in some swampy pockets, pitching on some stumps and stuff. Like, I just like flipping a lot. And if it's hot and miserable, and you can go find some real shaded docks and duckweed and stuff, you can't beat that. So probably jigs and frogs.
I seen a video where you about dived off the front of your boat trying to catch some fish. Do you do that a lot?
Talk about the kind of like splatted down.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was
Somebody was shooting at you. Oh, get down!
I fished Tensaw. I don't know if y'all are familiar with Mobile River Swamp and Delta and all that. Tensaw is really tough and it sucks. There's hot gnats everywhere. There's mosquitoes. It's miserable, and pontoons are running up and down the whole time, knocking back and forth on the bank. Anyways, I'd finally hooked up on something after all miserable 110-degree weather day, and it broke off and it hit my console, and I was not thinking at all. Just went with it. It like bruising my rib. Not worth it.
I've done that. I've had that happen where a buddy of mine was idling forward, and he hit a stump as we were idling forward tension, and I just came down like that right on that step, and it's just right on your rib, and you're like, oh, I'm like, I can't get up, I'm down for the day.
Better you gonna set the hook and trip backwards. It's a good time.
I still haven't done that one. I hope I never do. The only time that I've been in the water for fishing is when I've literally been out fishing on the boat and a wasp attacked me, and I'm out. I'll just jump in the water. Nope, done. I'll go swimming.
I'll catch snakes and alligators and swim with them and hang out and all that. That is fine. You get me around a hornet nest that I'm about to hit when I'm trying to get my lure out of a tree, I will immediately go to the water. I'm not doing it. That is not the death I want. Hard pass.
Shannon says, what is your go-to rod and reel?
Who asked that?
Shannon.
I don't know who that is. No, I gotta say like a whole lot. Is that Shannon? It depends. Like FX
No,
customer.
no. She didn't say you said like a lot. She was talking about Chris. She said,
Yeah, she's talking about me. Yeah, she says I say like a lot. They're also been trying to get me to fish in a bikini for years. Never gonna happen.
Do it.
I keep trying.
there you go, Jerry.
American flag win.
That way.
Straight stars and stripes. Nope.
Yeah. What is your go-to rod and reel, and what is your favorite or your go-to adult beverage?
I like FX custom rods, 7.3 heavy, and I like a Tatula for a reel. And I like Top Knot 20-pound, 100% fluorocarbon leader. And I want to flip until my arm falls off.
You said that a couple times.
Now we all know. I just love it.
What is your favorite, or what's your go-to adult beverage?
I don't drink a whole lot, but the margarita's pretty good. Pomegranate margarita.
Margarita. I knew strawberry daiquiri or margarita was coming.
Nope, I'm not a daiquiri person. I don't like them frozen, but I like a margarita, and I like wine. I actually have a pretty good taste in wine. I don't really drink a whole lot though. Usually I got to get up early in the morning or I'm working at night. So
Sangria is good.
sangrias are okay. We're just
We got any other questions coming out of the chat? Nikki, you got any news you want to share with us? I know you're excited about those fish you caught today. Was you tournament fishing or?
I was just fiddling.
Oh man, that would have been a good tournament day then, huh?
Yep, and then tournament day comes and you're like, I swear I was catching fish all week. They turn off like that was the last one. News.
You can always do like them guys up in Utah, take them fish, put them in their live well, took them to the tournament with them. Did you hear about that?
I'm not. It happens down here too. I'm not surprised. They get caught,
Yeah.
and then they'll try to file for certain contingencies that they don't qualify for, and it's all kind of shady stuff. Yeah,
Sad, isn't it?
Not a fan of that. Not at all.
You seen
What is your dream fishing trip?
My dream fishing trip.
Yeah.
Ooh. So I still want to go catch smallmouth. I haven't caught smallmouth yet. Pickwick, tickling my pickle a little bit. Kind of want to go up there. Chickamauga I'd like to go to. I don't really have a dream fishing trip. I just want to travel and kind of get a good, well-rounded feel for everything. Lake Fork, watching MLF. Want to go there. You'll see old MDJ catch like 100 pounds in one day. That would be nice. And what was he doing? Flipping the whole time.
So Monica in the chat, she asked if you could fish with anyone, who would that person be? Who would be your dream person to fish with?
For just one day to go have a fishing trip with?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know. It comes down to like learning. Probably John Cox. I mean, I feel like he would teach me a lot. He's already taught me a lot just watching videos and stuff. But him or probably him. Yep.
Somewhere your daddy's watching and he's mad you didn't say him. I'm just kidding.
If he is watching, I've taken him. We fish. He's always on the boat.
Do you do any deep sea fishing?
Huh?
Do you do any deep sea fishing?
Offshore stuff? Yeah. We've done a lot of that. We've done a lot of trolling and offshore and inshore stuff, redfish and trout and floundering. Have you ever been floundering? That is the
Is it fun? I had a chance to do all that, and I passed on. I didn't.
Well, I don't know what's wrong with you because that is the most fun. I don't miss a whole lot about Florida, but floundering is a good time. Like just going gigging. Oh man, that's
yeah.
Wait, flounder? What? And you said gigging? That's like okay. Or is it?
No.
So you're sticking them like frogs?
Take Neptune's staff and you smack them in the head with it, and then you put them in the boat.
Do you do any bow fishing?
Oh, that's awesome.
No, I've never done any boat fishing. It's all right. I just have no use for carp. It's like 9,000% of what people kill. Oh man, I got this carp. What are you gonna do with it? Oh,
It's like the coyotes in the hunting world. You gotta get rid of them.
true.
Get
Wait,
rid
what's
of them,
that?
throw
Is
them
it a Kentucky legs ate up with them? You could go and just like randomly in a direction and kill 4.
They're getting bad in a lot of places.
Yep. No bueno.
I need to try that flounder thing sometime.
Oh man, it is so fun. So fun. Get you a doormat one good time. It's like getting deer fever. It's fun.
Are they good? Are they good to eat?
Oh
Flounder?
yeah. Oh yeah. Like
Yeah.
top notch. Super good. Like if you were to go to a seafood
Red
restaurant,
snapper. See, I've caught red snapper, speckled trout. We've caught kings. We've caught a couple different species, but I've never caught reds. I want to go down to Texas and catch reds this year.
redfish, you need to go to Louisiana. Like,
Yeah,
Louisiana. That's where they're at.
Louisiana. Yeah.
481. They're fun too. We used to go and fish topwater. There's this bridge that was kind of close to our house. I had these 2 big lights. We'd fish topwater and put a little bit of braid on there and just, oh man, it's a good time. I think I've got pictures on my page. About that. Unless you hook one in a kayak. I don't know. Y'all can do the kayak thing all you want to. It's fun. I got ate up by bugs and it can only go from here to there all night. It was okay. Good exercise, but you hook up on a big bull red in a kayak that's not like a Hobie with the pedals. I mean, like I got it from Walmart kayak, and it's just a free ride. You're gonna get drug around pilings and boats and boat docks.
I've seen some crazy fishing videos of people. Yeah. Guys catching groupers and kayaks. And
Yeah, I don't.
Nope.
That's what my one cutoff with a kayak is, going to the ocean with it. I'm done because you never know. I mean, bull sharks come inland. You know, I mean, you could hook onto like a 500-pound bull shark or anything, and it pull you completely out to sea, and then you're stuck out there with this big old shark and good.
At what point do you look at your rod and reel and you're like, how much did I pay for this? Did I get this from Walmart?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Not doing it.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
Well, I ain't got a fishing boat, so I got to use my kayak, and I'm gonna get me a fishing boat one day. I opted to get me a 4-wheeler, which I could get more use out of. I'm wishing sometimes that I wish I would have got a boat instead, but I'm gonna get me one.
You can get you one. Well, we get you there. You can just buy mine. That's fine.
Or we can do it in a giveaway. Give me a chance in trivia.
Beat up Express she's got. Runs great. Got the name.
What do you call it? Beer can?
The majestic beer can. I love my boat though. Like Express boats are just well-made boats. Like I don't know, I can do anything in that little boat, and it's solid as a rock. It's a 05 too. It's still kicking, no problems. Yamaha runs great. Might take me a minute to get where I'm going, but that's good.
All right, well, that looks like all the questions out of the chat room. You actually got a pretty good amount of questions. Usually our guests don't ask a lot of questions to our...
Y'all were asking about new news a while ago. I do have new news.
You do?
Yeah. Do you have any announcements? Yeah.
So, unfortunately, my big old baby died last week. He was old. My little doggy, Ozzy. And I was like, oh, I'm not going to go get another dog. We're just going to fish and whatever. And we talked about it, and both of us agreed. We're like, no, we're just going to hold off. And within like an hour after that, we had already gotten 2. So I have 2 little babies.
You're awful. It's take a couple months, you know.
I don't know if y'all can see him or not.
Yeah.
That is funny.
I can't see.
Wait, hang on. Can you see him now?
Oh yeah, little bitty
lab.
Are they labradoodles or just labs?
We got a yellow one and a black one, and the little yellow one's name is Butters, and the little black one's name is Marlin.
They're awesome.
So,
They're a little fat.
Butter.
Butters just look at Butters. You look at him, he's so chunky. Oh my goodness. Can't wait. I gotta get him into a life jacket. We gotta get him a jersey. He's gonna be set. He's gonna be all the time. He's gonna be on my videos. Gotta get him ready.
A life jacket and a jersey.
Yeah, he's gotta be. We can't skimp. Okay, his name is Butters already, so we gotta make sure people know he's serious.
All right, y'all. Well, we're coming up on an hour and 15 minutes. We have some people dropping, so I guess we need to move on. Maybe we're going to do a raid. Does anybody in here have anybody live that we should raid? If not, it's cool. Nikki, what is your Instagram link so these people can go follow you? She's up there now. We can put up an official banner and all that stuff and show you now. I know that was getting aggravating for some people, but we kind of wanted to keep it a surprise until today. So she's going to start being with us from here on out, but our Instagram is what?
RN Angler. Letter R, letter N, word Angler.
Yeah, RN Angler.
Yep.
Take me 6 months to pick up my Dane's food bowls. Yeah, some Great Danes are big dogs.
My hearing is really bad, and it sounded like something about spooks and dogs and all kind of stuff that you were just talking about. What?
What?
I don't know what you said.
Oh, I was reading. I was just reading under my breath.
Oh.
Said it took me 6 months to pick up my Dane's dog food bowls. I was reading the chat.
Oh, I got you.
I went ahead and put Nikki. I went ahead and put your link, your Instagram link, in the chat there. That way everybody can see it. And yeah, it's right there on the screen. And go check it out.
All right.
All right, y'all. We appreciate y'all coming up and participating. I don't know. It depends on Nikki's schedule. We're kind of revolving around her schedule for the most part now. But we're going next time we come back, she will be up here as a co-host. And she'll be helping us interview and go through all this stuff with us. So y'all come back, check us out. If you ain't got her on Instagram, go over and check her out. Any other stuff you want to say, Nikki?
Not that I can think of. Everybody, make sure you got enough toilet paper and stay inside and all that fun stuff. What's going on this week?
Hopefully she's just kidding.
If not, there's leaves.
Understand that.
Good thing we're back on the tree. So if you run out of toilet paper, we've all got an outlet.
Look, you can get creative, and I've been saving McDonald's napkins for like 12 years now, so I'm good.
We can all go out there to our truck and open the glove box, and you know there's
I've been saying it.
Do.
Monica says, a great show, Josh and Chris. Welcome, Nikki Jo. Excited to see you as a show member. Thank you, Monica.
Thank you very much, Monica. We hope today it's definitely different. We want to include you guys more often and do a lot more of that stuff. And the shows coming up are going to be lit like the coronavirus for 2020. But we will.
Yay, lung fibrosis or whatever it is. Oh, man.
Yeah, y'all don't forget, we got the hot sauce, too. Everybody's got a bunch of hot sauce done. And if y'all get too hungry, I heard you can survive off some hot sauce. Go dig under your seat. Some hot sauce.
It's fun. Oh, man.
See y'all next time. Maybe be bi-weekly or something like that. But I'm going to get off here. It's dropping down. People are dropping out. So we better end that. And we'll see y'all next time.
All right. See y'all later. Have a good one.
Laters.